Tournament talk with Team BZ.
Yes, looking forward to Saturday, big day, only 2 more sleeps. And all the spots for Team BZ have been filled up.
Feels a bit like Christmas for all the betting junks.
Yeah, well, thanks to those who have got on board with Team BZ. Hopefully I can give us a little bit of a shout, a little bit of extra pressure on the shoulders. I don't sort of...
How do you find under pressure?
Well, we'll soon find out. Last year in the Derby Day tournament I had a team and I think we got to about race 7 and we were still involved and had a crack at... I can't remember who it was that I had a crack at. But it went all in, sort of 50,000 on something and did me money. And what I've learnt from that experience is that I want to be alive. I want to be alive come day 2. So I think I'm going to play it a little bit different to a few of the others who might look to go real hard early.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm just going to sort of build my way through the tournament. I think you got to probably have to look to be around the 100,000 mark by the end of day 1 if you're going to be competitive on day 2.
Yeah.
That's not to say if you've got less that you can't, because
yes.
10 races on day 2 you could certainly go on a bit of a run, or 10 races in Sydney and 8 in Melbourne or whatever there is. So
19 races all up.
You can find 5 even money chances and go all up, all up, all up, all up, all up, and you know, don't have to even be the win. They could be for the place too.
Yeah.
So there's plenty that you can do to build your bank. I think Telperion's a horse that I'm going to single out and at least have some sort of a... I'm going to maybe try to look to build something early and then have a crack at Telperion.
Yep.
Because I like him in the size produce stakes on Saturday. I think he's running the slipper was quite good. So if we were a jockey riding Team BZ on Saturday and it was the Doncaster, I'd be looking to be sort of 3 wide cover, 3 lengths off the last horse. So just coming back, like coming about 8 lengths off the lead, just letting it all unfold. So I'm not planning to hit the front on Saturday.
Yeah, I want to hit the front.
Well, I don't see myself hitting the front. I think if I hit the front, I'll be hitting the front too soon, because I think the pressure's going to go on day 2.
That's where you just want to be sitting in there with a nice little bank, a decent sized bank.
Yeah, I want to come up the rise with something left in the tank. I don't want to be charging out of the gates like the Glenster and a few of the others who I'd imagine are going to, because he's got the rebuy. So it's
a different tailored game.
Exactly. He's got the opportunity to do that because he does have those rebuys. So I'll be looking to just stay nice and tight, and I think that's probably the best way to play if you've only got the one opportunity, because $1,000 is a lot of money. You don't want to be sort of just throwing away $1,000 for the sake of it. Yes, it is tournament play, but it is real money that you're playing with.
Oh yeah, and you're playing for big money.
Exactly. So unlike some of those smaller free tournaments where you just go bang, 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 if you're out, so be it.
This game's going to be played a bit different.
I think it'll change a few people's sort of mind, the way they're thinking about it. But so that's the way.
BZ won't be fighting. He's in the psycho.
No. I think leave the inner psycho for day 2, about race 5 or race 6. That's when you really want to be saying, okay, this is where the leaders are. I need to be having 100,000 on a $4 chance, or I need to be having 200,000 on something to extend, because personally, I don't think you can win it on day 1, but you can certainly lose on day 1.
Yeah, you put yourself out.
So that's how I'm going to play the tournament.
Excellent.
What do you think about some of the feature races?
We'll start with Telperion, seeing as how you are.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Well, the way I see it, the blinkers went on in the slipper. Yep. James Doyle didn't exactly give the horse the best of rides.
Yeah.
So I think James McDonald going on, step up to 1400, Randwick Rail True from an okay barrier. He's gonna be getting closer to Yankee Rose, who had an uninterrupted run, or basically an uninterrupted run in the slipper, and did a good job to run second.
I spoke to James Doyle that night, funnily enough, and I said to him, I just said sires, and he just said he just feels like a 1400 metre horse. He was going around
like a drunken sailor in the straight. So running up asses, like he should have run third, no doubt. So look, I think I'm respecting Seaburge. I think it's a pretty handy horse coming up from Melbourne.
Yeah.
But
my one query on that Melbourne horse, I don't think any of the Melbourne form has stood up.
Detective ran second in that race, and he's sort of run second at Capitalist and ran second to a couple of handy horses. So
anyway,
that's sort of me for the size.
What about good standing? Could you make a case for him? They like him and Telperion looked similar style horses.
He beat Telperion home.
Yeah, he did.
1200.
But like going into it, he's also double his price now. Like, can you forgive him?
I'm finding it hard to not forgive him, but I'm finding it hard to think that he can bounce off that slipper run and beat Telperion on Saturday. Not to say that in 6 months' time he could be different, but we're talking about what I think on Saturday, and I think on Saturday Telperion's set up better to run well, better than to finish in front of good standing, and the market reflects that.
Tarzino.
Good chance.
He's got a bit of a Tally fan, aren't you?
I think what Tally did to Palantino must be respected. In the Alistair Clark, he smashed him. He smashed him. And
could he have just been gone, Palantino? He looked like a gone horse at the turn.
Maybe. Could Tally just be better than him?
Well, he could be. There's definitely...
Oh, look, I'd rather take Evans the place than back Tally than back Tarzino the win.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
I think only bad luck beats Tarzino. I think he's the best 3-year-old stayer I've seen in a long time. I think, he kind of had the dream run. I don't think he necessarily had the dream run because he was kind of bustled a little bit to be where he was the other day, and then he had to shift back to the inside and then accelerate. I don't think one thing about him, he wasn't 100% right the other day. Like, he still had improvement in him, and I just think going up and trip suits him again. He's the best horse. Do I want to take? Is he $1.80 now? Did you say?
$1.90.
Like, I think he looks an even money chance. I think there's no luxury in his odds, but I think he's the horse to beat.
Speaking of even money chances, Winx.
Bad luck beats her as well.
Wow.
I think she's very, very special. She's drawn to get the right run. She's starting to become, like, earlier in her career, she was a little bit young, gawky. Oodles of ability, obviously, that we've now seen. But she used to get back and she'd still need luck. Now she's kind of got that more tactical, because she's stronger, she's got more tactical speed and pace to put herself there and hold herself there. She's drawn well, Huey knows the horse. When she runs into trouble, she overcomes it. She does it. And the way that she won now, like last start in the George Ryder, I felt like she had, and I'm not saying she could have easily won by further, but I think if something was there to push her, she could find another.
No doubt. And every time she's been in a dogfight this campaign, she's gone.
And it wasn't like and Kermadec, watching him, Kermadec's coming here and you think Kermadec's going to get her, and then you think she's just going to get him in class. She put a length and a half on him, and was quite soft on the line. I'm finding it hard to get. I'm rating it close to $1.60.
The way I see it is, I did take $2.20 a fortnight ago at weight for age conditions.
Yep.
I don't think even if $2.20 was around on Saturday, I would take it under handicapped conditions.
Yeah, well, because we did see that we should tackle prior.
100%. The handicap gives the opportunity for those horses who we know aren't as good as Winx.
Yeah.
The opportunity. I've had a small bet on Happy Clapper at $34 6 weeks ago. I would have loved Winx not to be in the race. But
he's starting a lot shorter than you are now.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not going to be disappointed if Winx wins. I hope she does. It'll be a great thing for racing if she does continue to win. I'm in the position where I can't take the odds, and I don't really want to back anything with confidence to beat her. So I'll be boring, sitting on the fence, probably in the Doncaster.
It's a race.
Cheering Happy Clapper because for a small investment.
But I don't want to dive into it really either, because I think you can find better even money chances.
One horse that I think the same similar price on Saturday, and you can get. I think it's a better winning. Well,
Clearly Innocent.
Yeah, I couldn't really explain myself there, but you're taking a similar price. Who I think's a better bet. It'd be clearly Innocent.
Well, I think
we're both. Championship.
I think you and I both are of the opinion that, say, next prep, 2 preps away, he's going to be racing in black type races.
He looks a very good horse.
He's certainly a Saturday horse, but we both are of the opinion that in time he could be a black type horse. You're getting the back of black type horse against bush horses.
Yeah, and
that's where
his last win at Scone was arrogant, like dropping back in trip, sat wide, just went around him with a big wave. The only query is the inside gate. If Tommy Berry can find luck, I think Lofty's Menu looks half a chance.
Yeah.
And he looks the biggest danger coming from that Goulburn provincial win, country win. Sorry.
I think this is one thing, like with Tommy, like him or dislike him. I think his better riding style is get back, run on, weave, and horses run for him that way. And I think he will be actually quite good on this horse.
Rightio, well that's a little bit of a look, but the main focus for Saturday for top out.
Hang on, wait. Yeah, there is another blue horse you're very keen on.
Who?
Exosphere.
Oh, yes. Can't forget about that. The TJ
Tell us
Smith.
all about it.
It's the best race of the day. Well,
best race of the day.
Well, it's probably the race I'm most excited to see, because you've got the proven sprinter in Chautauqua.
Yep.
You've got Delectation, Terra Vista. A number of those like
English.
Yeah, English. And then you've got the new kid on the block, which is Exosphere. And I don't think I've seen a horse trial as good as him in Sydney for a long time. He's winning the Brian Crowley 1200 Randwick was super. And little mate over here.
What are you doing?
Come over and here.
Getting close.
Anyway, Exosphere. So we've got a few little birds here.
Little birds. The bees.
Not the four-legged variety.
There we go.
Exosphere. Yeah, look, I think he's going to stamp himself on Saturday as the new sprint king of Australia. Chautauqua's been there. He doesn't win by big margins. He gets the job done. He's proven. He's done it. We know his level. We don't know Exosphere's level.
I think if I'm leaning between the two, I'm leaning Exosphere's way.
Yep.
I'm in trial Perth, and it's good. You just don't see. He's flying this horse. I interviewed James McDonald just before the slipper. He said when he was in Melbourne, his coat wasn't right. He wasn't as fit as you probably would have liked to have been. And just since that, and his run was very good on the day considering. He's since come back. Trials exceptional. He looks fit now. He looks right. His coat's come good. I think he is the horse to beat. Could barrier 4 be a slight query?
I'm hoping he settles a little bit closer, and John O'Shea's indicated that he'd like James McDonald to utilise the good gate, so hopefully he can jump cleanly, put himself in a spot. There's obviously going to be decent speed. I'm not expecting him to be in the first half, but say maybe midfield. Chautauqua's probably behind him, and if he lets go coming up the rise, it's going to be a big performance from Chautauqua to run him down. And look, he may well do. But I'm of the Exosphere camp and happy to be
I'm leaning towards him, but I think the horse I would like, getting up to $21 now, is Delectation.
Yep.
His first up run was good. His second up run wasn't very good. Yep. I'm willing to forgive it, seems though he's just trialled exceptionally well on Monday.
Yep.
Huey was already on Terra Vista. He's got off Terra Vista after trialling Delectation. I think he's drawn to get a lovely run. He's got the form at Randwick over 1200. I think he's the one at a bit of odds, so definitely be specking.
Good racing Saturday at Randwick.
Well,
it's the best.
If you love racing,
it doesn't get much better, and obviously we've got the top better tournament to get involved. TeamBZ. Hopefully we can death ride Glenn, Fletch, Potts, whoever else.
We'll try with all the big dogs.
Yeah, we'll try and sort of just go quietly through Saturday, not getting too excited. Look to be having something in the tank for day 2, because I think that's the best play for the tournament.